Hey girls, Megan McKinnon here. So I'm just here. I want to share a little bit of my story with you. I'm going to try and keep it quick. I am a talker. I like to talk a lot and ramble. And if you know me, you know this. So anyway, I'm here to tell you my story, kind of my journey on how I got to where I'm at now with my Younique business. So, and a little of the backstory on how it all kind of happened. So I sold Stella and Dot for a couple of years before I joined Younique. It's another direct sales company, jewelry, bags, all that stuff. So while I was doing that, so let's just say I was doing that. I have two little girls. I was doing that because I needed to pay for their tuition. They went to private school. So I quickly came to realize that I was spending a lot more money on that than I was actually making. All along the while, at the same time, my husband's job wasn't going so well. He was in construction, and the construction industry kind of took a big hit. So that was not great. So anyway, sorry, it's annoying me. So, long story short, we had some serious financial issues. It happens. Unfortunately, the circumstances for us were pretty bad. We lost our house. We had no money saved. Like every penny that we had was spent. We were pretty stupid about our money. You know, we bought what we wanted when we wanted it. We didn't really think about the future at all. So, long story short, we lost our house. My husband lost his job 3 days later. And I was a stay-at-home mom for the most part. So I decided to kind of kick it up a notch with my Stella and Dot business. I had a couple of promotions. I earned an incentive trip. On paper, it all looked awesome. Like I was so successful and I was doing really well. Well, all the while, I was, in terms of what it looked like I was successful, I didn't feel successful. I felt like a failure. My husband was unemployed. Our kids were in private school. Like we were scraping by to put food on the table. That's just the bottom line. So I won this incentive trip. And I went on this incentive trip. And there were a couple of girls that I met there who are also Younique presenters, who actually I'm not even on their team. Or we're not on each other's teams. But I met them, and I was following this trip. I was invited to their online parties, and I kept seeing all this stuff. Okay, so I'm just gonna get real. Like I sold jewelry, and I wore it because I sold it, but I wasn't really a jewelry person. I mean, I'm like a t-shirt and jeans kind of girl. I still am. I always will be. So when I started, I started to see all these posts about mascara, and I like kept thinking to myself, okay, well, it's makeup, and I don't know. I don't really wear mascara anymore because everything I ever wore made my eyes itch. So I figured I'd try it, right? So this girl that I knew had posted something about joining. So I messaged her and said, hey, give me some more info because I had never tried it and I just wanted some more information. So long story short, I ended up just signing up instead of buying the $29 mascara. I spent $99. And my mom actually lent me the $99 because I didn't have $99 to sign up. So she loaned me $100. I signed up. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't wear any makeup. And if you know me, you know that the first 6 months I was in this business, I only ever talked about mascara because that's all I wore. And I didn't know how to use anything else. I guess I didn't really think I needed it. Well, if you look at this face, it looks a whole lot better than my face did 2.5 years ago. So anyway, I decided to jump in head first. And I had no idea what I was doing, but I was excited about the possibility that I could do something from home because 3 days before I signed up with Younique, my husband took a job. He finally got a job. A year and a half later, he finally got a job. But he had to move, which meant it was me and the girls for like 4 to 6 months. We weren't sure how long. Just us on our own. And yes, I have family that could have helped, but the idea of being gone 3 to 4 nights a week doing parties was not ideal for me. It just wasn't. So I dove in head first, and I had no idea what I was doing, and I had very little confidence in myself. And I just shared the opportunity. I told everybody I knew about it. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but it's makeup, and people wear makeup. And if they like makeup that they wear, they're going to buy it again. I mean, you wear makeup, don't you? And when you run out, you buy more, right? So I thought I'd give it a try, and I did. And my excitement was huge. I also have to tell you that I didn't get to black status in 6 months because I worked only because I worked really hard. I have a lifetime of experiences, and I had a huge why. I had these beautiful little girls who I could barely afford to clothe. I could barely afford to put food on the table that I wanted more for. And so I just did it. And I worked really hard, and I used all the connections and contacts and people that I've met over the years and shared with them what I was doing because I was excited about it. So that is what got me to where I am today. But where I am today, 2.5 years later, yes, I still have self-doubt because what woman doesn't, right? But I have so much more confidence today. I believe in myself. I believe in the future instead of just trying to make it by every day and saying, like, I need to sell more so I can put food on the table tonight. I need to sell more so I can pay the bills. All of those things. So that is my little story of how I got to where I am. Life is not easy for most anybody. And if you look at people, things always look like they're perfect. And they're not in most cases. So I am so grateful that I spent $99 on a box full of makeup that I had no idea how to use. Because not only did I get a career out of this, which was not at all something I expected. A couple $100 is what I was looking for a month. But I have all of these amazing friends that I didn't have before. That some of them are some of my best friends now, that they did the same thing. They took a leap of faith and they spent $99 and they tried to better themselves and change their lives. And they have. And I'm so grateful for this opportunity that I can't even tell you. I mean, I really can't even tell you how grateful I am. But that's me. That's my story. And I did keep it under 10 minutes. But I want to say thanks for listening. And if you have any questions or you want to talk to me about this opportunity, shoot me a message. I'd be happy to share what I do with you. Thanks.